What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Hustle with JesseW, and today we're going to go over a day trading recap. Shorted Tesla today, came out good with $10 a share basically on my last take profit. Check it out. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and jump into this recap here. Now, today in the morning, we came into the day and we went over our watch list. Well, once again, look at this awesome performance by the chat room as a whole. Members and mods together. We're absolutely destroying it out here. We put out the watch list, this morning here in the member dashboard. And it was very simple, straightforward. Like I said, when I started the morning off, wasn't in the super good headspace with everything going on over the weekend with my dad. And I really wasn't looking to... I really didn't think I was even going to take a trade. I didn't think I was going to take any trade at all. And if I did, I knew I was going to trade very small size. I traded very small size on Tesla and still banged out a huge winner. Like for the day, it's almost a home run day. So that's really nice to see happen here today, and I'm really thankful for it. My watch list consisted of primarily small cap stocks, and then we had stuff in there like Tesla, and then we had some of the crazy flyers like GME and AMC, right? That's what we had on here. Now, if we go down through the list, we're going to see almost everything load came out here at the last minute, and we put it on the list, and I told you guys, watch for that VWAP break. It could send it, and sure enough, it did. Other than that, we had Fun, which faded. We had ASM. Did I have it here? Yeah, ASM, the first one, which faded. We had AMTX, which made this double top and faded. That's a shorter's dream right there. We had AMC, as you can see, again, I do that. Nothing there. GME, nothing there going on right now. It's still alive. When you really, really look at it, it's still alive. All right? It's still alive. Unbelievable, but it's still alive. Then we had Tesla. I told you guys, watching to see if $800 holds a support. If not, a break under it could have 800 holds resistance and set up for a short. I actually tweeted this out over the weekend. Because I expected Tesla to open up on a gap down. Okay, I expected Tesla to open up on a gap down or kind of flat. And then what I thought we might get out of Tesla, right, would have been like an open down here, a quick pop to 800, right? Then, boop, a rejection, and maybe it would bear flag. And then we could have gotten the drop back down here to 780s. That's what I thought we could have gotten out of Tesla. However, Tesla opened up with a gap up. So I'll tell you, since it opened up with a gap up and it was holding VWAP, I kind of took it off my list in a way, took it off my mind and said, you know what, I'm not going to focus too much on Tesla. I'm going to start looking at some of the other stuff. Then the other stuff wasn't really working out that well. Fun was fading. AMC looked pretty garbagey. GME couldn't touch that. AMTX wasn't doing anything. ASM wasn't doing anything. We had load, LODE, which they called out in the YouTube live stream, and it looks like it had potential, but I wasn't about to buy just that VWAP break. I would have held off looking for a break and hold of the VWAP area. So I was like, you know what? Let me just go look and see what Tesla's doing. All the while, I had the SPY on the side, right? I had the SPY on the side, and I see the SPY start to do this big drop, brand new low of day. We had gone over the SPY in pre-market. I gave you out some levels that needed to be kept on watch on the SPY. And then when the SPY dumped like that, I was like, I come back over to Tesla. And sure enough, Tesla has given us this huge downward candle off of 820. Okay, if you look back here, you'll see how 820 was strong resistance on Friday. Was it Friday? On this day, before that big drop. Okay, pretty sure that was Friday's drop. Right there, boom. We drop, and then we just trade sideways all afternoon. Quick little attempt here through 800, going into the close, and boop, another drop underneath 800. So that 820 was pretty significant, right? It was a bounce area here, and it was resistance all throughout here in the early morning, okay? So in this morning, we break up through it, but we can't hold it. We start to struggle there, and we reject sharply downward at the same time as the SPY is doing its little dance to the bottom, right? To the downside. Now, what did Tesla do after that? It hits 800. I told you guys, watch for 800 to hold support. It hits 800, bounces right back off, puts a very bullish type of candle in there. However, if we look back here, you know, that 810 area is a previous resistance here. But not only there, if we scroll back a little bit, okay, if we scroll back just a tad, let's organize this a little bit. Right there, we see this previous bottom at 810, and this previous bottom over here at 810, and then these tops here. So we have these supports, these past supports at 810, and we have this past resistance here at 810, and this is all within the last few days, okay? This is January 28th over here, January 29th over here, and this is January 29th as well. So we've identified this level in that 810 area. I got on the mic before I even opened the position, told you guys, I'm watching this 810 area, could be potential resistance on Tesla. If it is, I'm gonna get short, okay? And what do we get today? Well, let's zoom back into today. You always gotta zoom out. You always gotta zoom out, you know, look at bigger time frames, stuff like that to just identify levels, okay? Here's that 820 level, here's the 810 level, okay? You always gotta zoom out. Well, this box is blocking it now, and look at those levels, right? So then we zoom in here a little bit today. Let's get in here.
Guys, before we continue with this, do me a quick favor. Remember, check out the links in the description section below. You can join me in the daytraderchatroom.com for 5 days for just $5, and you're gonna get access to a course, your member dashboard, the trade idea scanners, live feed, okay, with my charts, the live commentary alerts, everything, live lessons in the morning as well, okay? For 5 days for just $5, and you can get a taste of what the daytraderchatroom.com is all about. Also, in the link description section below down there, you can get the trade ideas 15% off coupon code, and if you're so inclined to check out Webull, you can download the app, fund the account with $100, and you're gonna get 4 free stocks.
Make this chart, you know, easy to see. We get the big drop. We get a quick pop right off at 800. This scared people. I'll tell you right now that we're short, because that's an increase in volume right into that zone. But I know that it's the, look, 808 is the day's low. 810 is all those levels there that we just saw identified from Friday and Thursday, okay? So I'm like, you know what? This is very, very low risk, because if 810 is going to hold as resistance, we have good downward pressure here. We have a lot of levels here to the downside that we can take profits off of. And if we're wrong, it's not that big a loss. The risk reward here makes total sense, right? Because I'm giving up 3 points risk, and my final or my biggest take profit on this trade was basically 10 points. If somebody were to tell you, hey, would you risk $3 to make 10, you would be like, yeah, of course, I'll do that every day. So boom, you know, right here we jump right back up. We find that, we find this little resistance right there at 8. Man, this thing doesn't want to cooperate. Find that little resistance there at 810 right there. We start to come back down a little bit, and instantly right there, I market order myself in. Decent little spread, no fear of marketing in. I market myself in short right there on Tesla at an average of 807.58. Okay. When I saw that the weakness was there, I added a little bit. I added a little bit more at 806.44. Okay. And as soon as we started to drop right in here, I take off a little piece at 804.61. Okay, here, I'm going to show you my orders right here. Entry at 807.58. Add more short, 806.44. I take a little bit off at 804.61. Okay, we come all the way down at $800. I take a little bit more off at 868 cents. Okay, this is from 807, guys. That's $7 a share. 807.58, 868. That's by 10 cents. That's $7 a share. Okay, why do I take off some at 800? Well, we know that 800 is past support. Okay, we know 800 is past support on Tesla. Zoom in here, and what do you have? A bounce right here at 800, a bounce right here at 800. Okay. Whoops, we got to recalibrate this thing again. So right in there, as we make that new low, I take off some more and I hold on to some. On the next candle right here, we get a quick little pop back to 805. Okay, we open up at 800, quick little pop to 805 more or less. We come back down and we come all the way down here to make some new lows. And then I take some more off at 798 right in here. I take some more off at 796. The low of day is 795.56, and my best take profit is 796.47. So by like 90 cents, we almost bottom tick this thing on that final, well, not the final take profit, but on that biggest take profit. And why do I take profit there at 795? Really easy. Look at all these previous little tops right in here in this zone. Okay, that could have been a potential bounce zone, and it sure was. We bounced right off of that, and we started to creep up higher. I had held on to one final little tiny piece, okay, that I broke down, because I broke down that piece into two, all right? And I held on to one little tiny piece here to see if we were going to reject that 805 area. We don't. I'm like, all right, I'm just going to get out of this thing. Boom. I'm sorry, that $800 level, we don't. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to get out of this thing. 801. I get off my final little tiny piece at 801.13 from 806.44 and book another nice chunk of profit there. Then I tell you guys, watch for that VWAP to hold resistance. It gives you one more quick little trade there. You could have booked a little bit of profit there with a stop at break even on the rest. And then it just comes right back in your face as the SPY is doing the same thing right there. Boom. And then, we run our poll a little while later. Everyone in chat is green or didn't trade. No one was red. It's a beautiful thing to see. It's a beautiful thing to see. So I keep in mind all the levels while I'm in the trade, and I take profits every time we extend. Every time we extend, I take some profit off. Because you got to be prudent, right? You got to be a disciplined trader and be prudent and take profits as you go. And now we have the SPY. I was watching the SPY the whole time as well. And when the SPY starts to bounce, Tesla starts to bounce. That's it. It's very simple, straightforward trade. Very simple, straightforward trade. And we booked really good profit along the way on that trade. And I'm really, really happy for everybody that was able to either participate or learn from the trade. If you participated in the trade and made money, congratulations. If you only basically paper traded it or watched, well, congratulations. That's a really good learning experience.
Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed that recap and lesson. Let me know if you did. Drop it in the comment section below. And remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Hit that notification bell so you're alerted when I upload my next video. And I'll catch you on the next one.